Spawn on the north side as the Panzer elite player, we have DexN. Spawn on the south side as the US player, we have DumaisTV. Let's see now, we do have one Kettengrad here, two Panzer Grenadiers, no additional Kettengrad being deployed on out. Not sure what's going on. We've got some engineers pushing the way forward, eyeing to capture some fuel points. Some accusations has been thrown. Last game?
Panzer Grenadiers have taken the field.
Not so sure what happened. Maybe there's a bit of a issue from the previous game that may have came up. Now that's making a little bit hostile to each other. A bit more hostile than gunfire? No, should be the other way around, right? G43s have been deployed on out.
Go ahead, sir. Ready to move.
And looks like Panzer Grenadiers eyeing for this munitions point now, or maybe eyeing for this fuel point. Looks like they're heading towards that fuel point. Kettengrad captures some points as well. Nope, he's going for the cutoff point now.
Panzer Grenadiers, fall in.
Engineers captured that munitions point now. Jeep is pushing his way forward, trying to engage perhaps the Kettengrad. And he will go ahead and capture up the point without the G43s. We'll find a good engagement there against the engineers, and thanks to the fact that the engineers have reduced range, a better closer range, you'll be able to get some free shots in. But speaking of free shots, the Jeep does roll on up and get some free shots in himself. Engineers pulling out some sandbags there onto that near that fuel point. Capturing up right now is not really that important since it'll be cut off immediately.
Yeah.
Or be out of supply, I should say. Jeep rolling around, unable to capture points yet. He hasn't selected Doctrine yet, and let alone selecting armor.
Fuel depot secured. Panzer Grenadiers in the field.
One squad of Panzer Grenadiers have been deployed on out. And the Kettengrad will be trying to avoid that Jeep. The Jeep could pursue it. The G43 Panzer Grenadiers on to stop this engineer. The Kettengrad knocking him around a little bit. Doesn't stop the capture. Could take time to use the Kettengrad to capture that point. The engineers have... He's starting engaging that Panzer Grenadier at point blank range. The engineers do fall back. Jeep is now in the mix of that Panzer Grenadier squad. Does take out one of the models there as the Kettengrad starts to capture the point. Over here, got the riflemen and the Panzer Grenadiers now duking it out. Third Panzer Grenadier squad's advancing as well. Jeep trying to knock around these Panzer Grenadiers. And soon good job knocking around one of the Panzer Grenadier models. G43 squad has not yet retreated back. And maybe gets some, and is getting some good damage there onto that rifleman squad now. Is knocking around this Panzer Grenadier model out of the light cover. Very nice. But the G43 squad is so far uncontested still. It does get some great damage all across the line. These squads are falling on back.
Kampfgruppe Leer is losing a munitions depot to the enemy.
Jeep will go ahead and roll on away. And then forward. There, of course, this engineer squad, if we can help repair it up. The Jeep will go ahead and knock around the Panzer Grenadiers once again.
Have upgraded defensive operations.
So it's going for early healing. I do like early healing because everybody needs some additional blood transfusions.
Grenadiers here.
And the Panzer Grenadiers are
The munitions point has been captured.
mostly healed. One of them's a little bit wounded and does force back the engineers now. Down south, we do have the Flamer Engineer Squad capture the fuel point, while the Riflemen now captured the cutoff point. The cutoff point has been captured. It just takes a bit of time to capture the fuel point now. G43 Panzer Grenadiers and G43 squad making their way forward. We've got two Rifleman squad here as well. Perhaps some good focus firing there on the G43 squad is in order. And overall, the Riflemen are getting hit quite significantly on it. Not really sending any rounds back towards the Riflemen. Engineer do decapture the point and does decide to go behind the heavy cover after decapturing that point, trying to avoid some additional damage. And Panzer Grenadiers catch up over here. Notice he has deployed out a second squad of G43 Panzer Grenadiers. He has 4 squads of Panzer Grenadiers currently deployed out in the field as the Cannon Grad are going to capture up that fuel point. Jeep starting to make his way forward. And one of these Rifleman squad does have 1 level of veterancy as well. Does get one of the engineers fully suppressed and pinned thanks to G43 barrage ability or suppressive fire ability. Both those Panzer Grenadier squads are falling back. Jeep could knock around the other Panzer Grenadiers as well. Just 1 Panzer Grenadier remains. A bit wounded, however. This Rifleman squad does manage to fall back in time. And the Panzer Grenadier squad will be falling on back. Another G43 squad is being deployed now. It's going for 3 G43s. The other 2 will likely be saved up for Panzer trucks, I'm assuming. Riflemen engaging the Panzer Grenadiers at point-blank range. G43 squad's advancing slow, the other 2. But he does have the forward healing systems in the base sector. Eyeing for some of that light cover nearby.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Good damage coming across the line on these Panzer Grenadiers. Oh, we do have a Panzer Jäger command being deployed on out, which will allow some forward reinforcements in this region once finished, as well as probably eyeing for a 222. Rifleman squad is trying to stay behind some of that heavy cover there. All 3 G43s are here. The other 2 could be just going around for capping pressure, while this could be the assault squad or squads.
The build is complete, sir.
Does find the landmine there thanks to that Kettengrad. And the Flamer engineers make an advance. Both of them gain some decent damage there onto the Kettengrad. The Rifleman, the engineer squad does fully retreat on back, and we've got the Jeep squad now may need to fall back as well. And there's the music. All of the U.S. forces are falling on back. On the northern flank, there's nothing here except for the Jeep rolling around. The U.S. player could go for armor doctrine to get the capping light vehicles, which does affect the Jeep.
We have gained the ability to instruct the troops on tank awareness.
Tank awareness. That means he's gone for tank hunter doctrine. Okay, interesting. So we know what doctrine he's gone for. Let's switch over to the U.S. player. I think he may have selected doctrine based on the lack of, I think there's a missing command point. Which could be infantry deployment, light vehicle capture, or vehicle production. The Jeep fully does go down. And wait a second. No, that's Kettengrad decapturing that. So Kettengrad does go down. Still don't know what doctrine the U.S. player has gone for just yet. All those Grenadiers are falling on back. Riflemen are at efficiency 2 as well. We've got the upgrades there onto the what's it called? Greyhound. The Greyhound's going to be trying to pursue that armored car. Does roll a miss there.
Mechanized has their orders. They will now take and hold.
And he has gone for armor doctrine. He's going straight for the cutoff point. That is very handy. Though it does reveal his hand what doctrine's gone for, but going for the cutoff point can be very important. If you got support command being deployed now as well, is he going straight for Panthers? Though honestly, a short barrel Panzer IV and or Hotchkiss wouldn't be half bad either. That both those can engage the Greyhound with no problem. Riflemen receiving quite a bit of fire right there. They do fall back, but will it be in time? Next autocannon fire does not hit that squad. G43s, all three G43s are pushing their way forward. Luckily, these other two squads are going to be upgraded with Panzer Strikes to get the double Panzer Strike upgrade. Though that's just an assumption. Those probably once he sees a whole bunch of vehicles, then probably yes. Excuse me. Rifleman squad do get out of that garrison. Rifleman squad does manage to fall back in time. This one needs to fall back as well. Does find an STG squad and finds that may have been a Greyhound landmine there. I doubt that was a teller mine him accidentally. The Greyhound actually detonated that one. Was that actually a teller mine? No, that couldn't be. That probably was a US landmine that also got detonated by the Greyhound. Because you can see the Greyhound shot landed right there. And that's exactly where the landmine was. So that could have been a teller mine. Panzer Grenadiers rushing on forward. Not something great to do that next to a Greyhound. Does get suppressed there thanks to that 50 cal upgrade. Gains some good hits there onto the G43s as well.
We're losing a point out there.
Does have an AT gun deployed on out. No tank depot at the moment. We've got a mortar half track, light AT half track, and armored car now. All have been deployed on out. Panzer Grenadiers do fall back. Same bit of fire there, literally. Riflemen are a little bit wounded. One of them's at efficiency 2. Quite impressive that one's up to efficiency 2. While the other ones are just unvetted right now. And it actually got interrupted with reinforcing, at least for one of them. On the left side of the map, we've got the Flamer Engineers engaging the unupgraded Panzer Grenadier squad. And getting some great damage there. The Panzer Grenadiers are probably going to capture that point and fall back. AT gun does find a good hit there onto the mortar half track as well. We've gone up a shot there, getting another good hit there on the armored car. It has gone for accuracy, which should make them much more deadly. A triple accuracy armored car is very, very deadly. And one AT gun does force roll a miss against the advancing infantry. Actually, no, he may be seizing down this hedge line. Decides to soft retreat away with it. Was probably a good idea. Veteran C2 Rifleman squad will fall back.
Ready for battle.
No bar upgrade at the moment, nor being researched. No upgrades being researched at the moment either. Let's go ahead and get some shots off there with the light ATF track. It's either really hit or miss when it comes to hitting the light ATF track and hitting infantry. Sometimes it just feels like it always hit, annihilating a model. Sometimes it feels like it doesn't hit whatsoever. Field repairs have been selected. And the Rifleman squad will be falling on back. Good hit there with from the AT gun. The Greyhound could potentially rush forward to finish it off. Does have to avoid the light ATF track, but if the AT gun in the region should be able to ward away in case he does get an engine crit hit. Problem is, he doesn't have any engineers nearby for repairs. No, they actually know they're pretty close by. Mortar half track to make his advance. We may get flamed down a little bit by the engineers.
Look alive, people! We got ground infantry!
Good damage coming out there on the Panzer Grenadiers. Engineer squad is inside the garrison. This squad does get fully pinned by the suppressive fire ability. Level 1 production has been researched. He may be not eyeing for a motor pool. Getting some good hits there as well. He has to play out a support weapon center as well. He may be going for a sniper.
Taking rifle fire!
Our forces are taking
Does get that
casualties.
wiped. I wonder if he knows what Doctrine is going to select it for. If that was a teller mine right there, then he should know what Doctrine he's gone for. If that was his own landmine, then he probably still does not know what Doctrine he's gone for yet. Rifleman squad, Panzer Grenadiers are going to overwhelm that AT gun. We still have the Greyhound in the region. Should be able to get some good shots in.
Amazing ground out.
Light EF track and armor car making their advance forward now, and the M1 AT gun does get decrewed.
Taking fire!
Let's get hit there on that Panzer Grenadier. I doubt he has anti-tank grenades. That's an upgrade that's incredibly rare. Light EF track does get a fully immobilizing crit there on the Greyhound. Does get a good shot in return. Gets another good hit there in return. Not really sure what exploded there. That must have been the mortar half track. Yeah, that's the mortar half track we're rating on in.
Reported.
Does lose the AT gun there.
We are under fire!
Flame Rangers presumably forward. Line Wells, regular rifleman eyeing to capture that anti-tank gun. 4 models left on the squad. Has to be very careful. Does manage to capture without losing that squad. Armor car is still fully immobilized. I think he also has some destroyed engine to boot. We may see sticky bombs. He likely does have sticky bomb research.
Our engine is hit!
Armor car getting some good hits on in. Not sure what exploded there. Oh, was it
Sniper here!
Kettengrad carcass?
Ready, rifleman!
Clearly you have to deny the Birkentiga from recovering a Kettengrad. Mortar half track could potentially get some more hits there. A light half track is back right here getting repairs.
We hold the initiative. At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by Christmas.
And more mortars are raining on in. Sandbags closer right there. Does find the US sniper. Does find this landmine there as well. Very nice. Does fall back with that STG squad. This STG squad could find this other landmine, but unlikely.
It's a goddamn hornet's nest here!
And we'll find another shot there. He may do a full retreat there. Veteran C1. He currently hasn't received any sort of fire there. Finally received some hits there, but that's about it. He's very, very far forward. Was that another US sniper? Second US sniper has been pulled on out. He does not find that other landmine in the tree path. So 2 US snipers have been deployed. Greyhound's advancing. Doesn't have to worry about anti-tank rifle or anti-tank grenades. Those get a fully immobilized engine there thanks to the light ATF track, but does use global repairs trying to repair up the engine crits. And he will manage to repair those engine crits, but immediately gets re-immobilized. More global repairs are still waiting on in. Actually, no, that repair symbol is actually a bug.
Gassed up and good to go.
Or maybe because he got fully repaired, he doesn't receive any more repairs. That actually may have what happened because the repairs was still going on. So it looks like once you reach 4 health, you don't receive more healing. Interesting.
They're fucking everywhere!
Riflemen have received quite a bit
Fuel
of
point is
fire
being seized.
and make it fully wiped there.
Enemy unit.
Does take out the armor car there with the M1AT gun. Sniper can still get another shot in. Does get 2 more shots in. Both of them have veteran C1. And does find that landmine there. Could potentially get wiped there by the snipers. Sniper does roll a miss there. The other sniper does not manage to get a shot off. More mortars are raining on in. The Greyhound, of course, is dead. This carcass does get killed. No Perkintiga for him. Or useful Perkintiga, I should say.
Infantry squad reporting casualties.
AT gun does get decrewed. G43 is making an advance. Will run through his own incendiary effect there.
Sniper, take it easy!
I think he may have just rolled a miss there with a sniper. AT gun trying to charge him forward, trying to disrupt that one squad. And draw his whole straw of fire for the sniper. G43 squad does manage to fall back there. This squad decides to fall back as well since he's just getting overran. On the left side, we got the Kaliningrad. Could have kept the VP. The US player is still at 500 VP, so he has not lost a single ticket yet. No sticky bombs, apparently. 2 mortar half-tracks have been deployed on out.
Observation posts report we are losing a sector.
Now we do got a strategic point being decaptured now.
Enemy unit down.
Does take out the Kaliningrad there. And these Panzer grenadiers are making their advance. Does get some good damage there onto the M1 AT gun.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down?
More mortars are raining on in. Overall, great field control coming out by the US player. The G43 squads make their advance. And the Riflemen are just eyeing for some heavy cover there. Should be a stall out for quite some time. I'm not so sure what the Wehrmacht, what the US player is planning to deploy at the moment. It is getting another AT gun. Doesn't have the tank people yet. Maybe it would have been a good idea to pull out a Sherman tank. More mortars are raining on in, but they're largely just missing at the time being. Rifle squad can hang out left out to dry.
Opposition B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Okay, now he can get out sticky bombs. Rifle making the way forward does find the autocannon force. That, of course, is a relatively fresh armored car. And these riflemen making an advance, but looks not trying to risk some of this stuff. Does find another mortar hit over here.
We are losing contact with one of our sectors. We're losing a fuel sector.
On the left side, the rifleman squad is making their advance, trying to overwhelm this Panzer Grenadier. Does force him back at least. This Panzer Grenadier, however, is going to maintain decapturing that fuel point. And the US player, very good kill there onto the light AT half track with the AT gun. A second armor car has been loaded on out. This is an absolute fresh one. Trying to go for a sticky bomb, decides to fall back before getting the sticky bomb off. Didn't want to stick around, potentially get a potentially being wiped.
Anti-tank crew, ready.
Anti-tank gun trying to engage anything that advances. Thought I heard something deployed now. Yeah, we do have a tank depot deployed now. Is it going to go for Hellcats, M10s, or will we go for Sherman tanks? I think a Sherman tank would be a great option, something to help engage the infantry and these light vehicles. And he sees all the light vehicles right now, so a Sherman tank wouldn't be half bad. Sticky bomb is being thrown over the hedge, does connect with one of those mortar half tracks. Direct hits there onto the AT gun, however.
Got hostiles in the combat.
And the AT gun does get decrewed there. This AT gun will be flanked by the armored cars, and without any support from another AT gun, he will have a bit of trouble.
Casualties being reported.
He does spot the tank depot as well, so it's likely I see his opponent pulling out some sort of armor asset. The stick bomb does connect. Sniper receives some mortar hits as well. Fully immobilized armored car there, but there are Panzer Grenadiers for, of course, for repairs.
Losing ground out
Ooh. 2 incendiary mortars do rain on in.
there.
Anti-tank gun will get wiped out.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off.
One AT gun does go down. He's perhaps going to focus fire the other one. Do have a Hellcat being deployed on out. Not Hellcat, M10.
Squad is taking full fire!
I would honestly say a Sherman tank probably would have been a bit better to help engage infantry, but the Hellcat will of course allow them to engage these armored cars with no problem. And he still may not be aware what Doctrine his opponent has gone for yet. I have seen no indication other than that potential Tellermine. Trying to start pursuing these armored cars. They are blitzing away. Does roll 2 misses there.
Infantry
And the
squad
rifleman
reporting
squad does get
casualties.
wiped out there. Snipers will need to fall back. Does get recamouflaged there. And then still needs to push his way forward. Make another shot off here on one of these armored cars. No, he does not. This mortar half track does have his engine repaired. Does get a hit there on one of the armored cars. We'll be finding these mortar half tracks now. The mortar half tracks are facing the wrong angle. Does get a decent splash hit there onto the M10. Does manage to tie up one of these mortar half tracks, but he may still escape. Another good hit there. Light the half track. Does get a short engine crit there. Activate global repairs. Fully immobilized now. And now that's not a Hetzer, that's a Panzer.
We have heavy armor and company reserves. Down one tank destroyer.
That's not a Hetzer.
Point is ours.
That
Point is ours.
hasn't been a Hetzer this entire game. That's a Panzer.
Construction
Losing
detail.
ground out
Our
there.
work is done
Not
here.
Panzer, Panther.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down?
He can't deploy out of
Done
I
building here.
think my M8 was bugged. Not so sure what seemed bugged about it. It didn't seem bugged to me.
Keep fucking coming! Army's finest here!
Panzer Grenadiers do receive a bit of fire there. Now the Panther is pushing his way forward. We'll likely see a sticky bomb onto it, but will be hit or miss whether or not it actually gets the engine damage. However, Pershing's been deployed now. I do know the light TF half track is still alive, so it's likely going to go forward for a crit.
The enemy is down to 300 points.
He does have enough munitions there for a field repair as well. Let's keep that up until the engine crit does come out. There's a US landmine there. Does throw a sticky bomb there onto the Panther. Multiple hits there onto the Pershing. That's damage engine there. Does find a landmine there, but only did a mine hit. No engine damage onto that light AT half track.
Infantry squad lost.
Does lose that rifleman entirely. Going for another sticky bomb there onto the Panther. And now the barracks is under siege.
Base is under attack.
Trying to repair up the Pershing the best he can. The US player still has a lot of tickets, so he can trade tickets for resources, but he lost his engineer squad to the mortar half tracks. So even though he has a lot of tickets,
They destroyed our
he may not be
barracks.
able to get enough resource or time out to get enough engineers and keep them alive for repairs. Pershing starts to make his way forward. The Panzer is also making his way forward, but needs repairs, that's for sure. Does get another sticky bomb off. Armor cars trying to go around the
We're losing a
flanks.
munitions point.
Pershing's making his advance. There's a lot of stuff here. Light TF track does not get a crit there. One of us there onto the mortar half track. There's a line sight blocker here as well. Fresh M1AT gun trying to engage these forces. Mortar pool is being under siege as well. It does roll some bounces there. Unable to get a crit shot off.
Infantry squad lost.
Does lose another infantry squad down to one rifleman. No engineers. He may need to redeploy an engineer. Support weapon center receiving quite a bit of fire as well. Its mortar barrages onto the triage center.
Taking fire! AT, respond!
This AT gun still has a bit of health regen, but just getting overwhelmed by these forces. mortars, raining some good hits there. Rifleman could not re-secure the AT gun. And French engineer has been brought now, trying to get some repairs. He does not have enough issues for a field craft repair. Motor pool does go on down. Sniper does go down to a mortar. He does find a good rear armor hit there with his Pershing. Pershing, of course, can destroy the hedge line as well. Gave some multiple rear armor hits there. Pershing could not get the body block there on the Jagdpanzer. Jagdpanzer does both sides set out of bounce to each other. No, but the Jagdpanther does fire, taking out the Pershing. Pershing may get one more shot off. Does get one more shot off there. Goes for another sticky bomb there. Vet 1 defense on the Jagdpanther. And the Jagdpanther does go down. But the US player doesn't have a whole lot remaining. In some cases, literally. Doesn't even have a barracks for more riflemen. So his one rifleman squad is all he has. Ooh, gains some good hits there. Treehouse under siege. Does take up the light AT half-track. He saved up more manpower for Pershing at this point in time. Engineers getting ripped apart, and he just go ahead and cast the GG. There was no Hetzler deployed that game.
Our forces are taking casualties. Base is under
Yeah,
attack.
anti-tank light ATF half-track. Yeah, it's that ability. Okay, so that's what he thought it was a bug.
The Axis are winning the battle. Get back in the fight.
You have 4 shots of snares. Not 4 shots to get a snare, but it's 4 shots of snares. Oh. Yeah, that's the light AT half-track. Yep, I'm just going to fast forward now. Well, either way, this is Angrade saying thank you for watching and signing off.